Russ Hess here, RussHess.com, Open Talk with Russ Hess. Hey, glad that you tuned in and are watching this. I wanted to share a free resource with you that I think you really get a lot of value out of. I've been listening to an author that I really enjoy. His name's Michael Hyatt, and he has a podcast out there on leadership, and I want to share with you the link to that episode that I just listened to, and it talks about self-care, and I couldn't agree with him more on this. It's just an awesome reflection of what we all need to be doing, including me, on what we need to do for care for our own lives. So, hey, additionally, I want to tell you about something that I've been doing. So in the rest of this video, I'm going to talk about some of the things that I'm doing right now in order to help me, sustain some self-care. So it's going to be a little long, but I hope you enjoy it. I have found kind of an interesting thing that has helped me quite a bit here recently, and that is meditation. I know. I first thought that it was mysticism, and and it just really kind of avoided it like the plague. But I have, out of the need to just relax and take it in, I have found the need to just out of desperation pretty much to relax, and thought, okay, let's give this meditation a try. So simply did this. I love piano music, and I found a YouTube channel, YouTube video. It's actually, it just plays music, and it's all piano, and it just allowed me to relax. And I went through several of them. I said, I went through yes, no, or maybe, no. Just looking for calm piano music, and then I found one. I was really, it just hit me that was the one that will work. And I'll include the links to this in the show notes, so you don't have to worry about trying to find this particular YouTube. Like I said, I'll put that in the show notes, so you don't have to search around too far for it. But I want you to know that it's made a significant difference in my life. I originally thought, man, I've had like shoulder pain, and I've had tension headaches, that go up into your head and cross into your head and into your opticals, into your eyes, and taking Tylenol to overcome that. And man, that's just not the way to do that. There is that can cause health issues. You need not to go too much farther than just reading the warning labels on medications like ibuprofen, acetaminophen, naproxen, sodium. You just take a look at those. Those are all painkillers. Those are all things that I was taking. I still take those on occasion, but not on a regular basis as I was before, and it cannot be healthy on a regular basis. I'll just be honest with you. So there was a need to try to figure out what was causing this trouble. I also was working out quite a bit at the time, doing about 300 push-ups a day, and doing probably more than what I should, pushing the limits a little bit more than what I should. So I've rearranged my workout a little bit, and not doing 300 push-ups a day, although I really want to stay active in my workout. I really want to, that is a key component, as well as diet. Diet is really important, ever so much. What you put into your mouth and goes through your body is kind of gives you fuel, so to speak, for your day. And you just got to be really cautious as to what you're putting in there. and what you're expecting, and your workload that you need to. If you're sedentary, you don't do a whole lot of activity, you might want to marshal back on some of the calories, some of the fats. Now, if you're staying really active, then obviously, I'm not a nutritionist, but you kind of get the picture. You put effort where you need to, based on your lifestyle. You're really active, then maybe you want a few more calories in your life, and the right calories. It doesn't mean to not take calories in. You burn calories, but how active are you? And if you are not real active, then maybe what you want to do is to cut back a little bit. Now, in this meditation, I have found my original perspective was, I can take this in, and I can start out mindfully, I can start out prayerfully, I can just ask to get some freedom from some of the pains that I'm suffering from, the physical pain, obviously, but there's other areas in my life that I lived with for a while. People that have hurt me in the past, and I'm talking maybe a long past, many years ago, that have, and that this is, people that I've known that have been an intimate part of my life, that for one reason or another, I have put up a wall, and to not get hurt again. And anybody that's ever been in a relationship knows exactly what I'm talking about, and that's pretty much the perspective that I'm talking from, is those of relationships where you've gotten to know somebody, you've gotten to really like them, and they let you down, and that happens. This is life. This isn't all puppy dogs and rainbows, as much as you'd like it to be, but it is something that we can overcome. And continuing to, reduce the amount of stresses that we carry with us is key. So, I've, forgiven those people, and as well, I've also been that person that has let people down, and I ask for forgiveness as much as I'm seeking to forgive. But here's the thing: you hold on to the hurt. The hurt is much like holding on to a grudge. And that's what I wanted to get rid of. You don't realize that you're holding on to the hurt. You don't realize that that's a part of your life until you see it affecting, well, actually, maybe not even then. You realize it's your wall. It's what's causing problems in your current relationship. In my case, absolutely, I would say yes. Now, also in my case, I have a whole rash of issues along that matter, where people have hurt me, or I haven't let people into my life as much as I should, and that can be a healing process as well. So all of that all together, I need to step into that. But one of the things that I found in the meditation is that just relaxing, enjoying the wind and the trees and the grass, and watching nature as you're listening to really calming music. Man, is that ever a healing moment. I can't speak to it enough. You're asking yourself questions as to how do I get from here to where I'm wanting to go. You know, and in my case, I'm stumbling across, man, I just really don't feel confident in this or that or whatever the case may be. And one of the reasons why is that I just have all this harbored hurt and this harbored maybe unforgiveness that I have just kept and kept in queue, and that basically does not help me at all. So, moving forward, I think what I want to do is to just spend more time and investigate this idea of meditation, investigate this idea of healing, investigate this idea of letting it go, releasing, and just being me. I mean, for crying out loud, I am 55 years old, and I've held on to some of this hurt for most of my adult life, and there's really no reason to do that. And for once, I really feel like I'm living, like I am putting out the best foot. And I wish I'd have done this years ago. I wish I had released this hurt years ago. I could have lived a much brighter, more involved life. But I have a lot of life to live, and I want to continue. And the other thing is this message isn't necessarily as much for me. Yes, I'm expressing it, but there's somebody out there that's going to hear this, that needs to hear this, that needs to know, give a confidence that it's possible to live a brighter life. And that's really what I want to let you know. Anyway, my name's Russ Hess, russhess.com, Open Talk. We'll see you on the next video.